Hi, I'm Tasha with Pathways to Peace Counseling, and today we are going to talk about creative dress up ideas for play therapy. As always, I like to scour the internet and see the best ideas that I can come up with, the most creative things that we can do to take our play therapy rooms to the next level. And I found some really cute ones, and some of them are really cheap DIY ones. Others are a little bit more complicated. So if you are a crafter, you might really enjoy these. But you don't have to be good at crafts for all of them, right? Look at these DIY princess aprons. They're so cute. So you could either add hair or you could skip the hair, but you're basically taking a simple little apron and schnazzing it up to create little costumes out of it. So we've got like Ariel, and it looks like Snow White and Anna from Frozen. So it's just some really cute ones. And I don't know if I could pull off the hair like that, but look how cute it is. I mean, look at those little girls with this beautiful yarn hair coming down. So, anyway, those could be really fun. And I've got some girls who absolutely love dress up and love Disney princesses. And so, if you're working on processing through role playing, creative storytelling, you can just take it to the next level with these. I just think it's beautiful. So, in this one is a link that will take you to information about how to make different headbands. And so there's so many different ones, all sorts of different animals, and they're printable. So you don't have to do a lot of crafting for this one. You just, some of them are simple where you could just maybe print them out, and others may be a little bit more complicated. So, this one is a little bit more basic of where they're making superhero capes, but it's no sew. So I like that you don't have to have a lot of sewing skills in order to do this. But you could, I mean, if you want to make them a little bit more sturdy and heavy duty to withstand time a little bit better, you can sew those different images and things down on the cape. But otherwise, whip out some of your fabric glue and you're good to go. DIY wings. I love the idea of kind of role playing. What would it be like if you could fly away? And I have that one kind of incorporated in a lot of my games. That question comes up a lot. Like, if you could fly anywhere, where would you go? Because I love the reaction I get from kids. Sometimes they will just really get creative and tell some wild stories of where they would go, what they would do, what it would be like to fly. I mean, sometimes they can get really descriptive. And so if they have little wings that they could put on and act it out, I mean, that just makes it so much more fun. DIY tool belt. I love this one, and it is a sewing project, but it's a pretty simple one. One of the things that's so beautiful about play therapy is to focus on the metaphor. So, what would you fix? What kind of what are you going to use your different tools for, and what's going to be different about the world if you fix them? And what if some of these tools could relate to different things that you could do to fix your heart or to fix your thoughts or to fix some of your experiences? So, I mean, you could really get creative with how to use metaphor and storytelling to kind of work on some of those deeper issues of the heart whenever you talk about tools. And it does relate to coping skill toolboxes too. And that I have a link on my blog post. I will also drop it in the link below this video where you can go and get tons of ideas of how to put together a coping skill toolbox. It's something that I do on day one with each of my kids, and it is phenomenal. The kids absolutely love it. They always ask for another one. But it's a great way to equip them on day one of counseling so that if they start to get big emotions, that they can feel better. Printable crowns. So this is a simple one. You just print out this blank page. They get to deck it out however they want. They can color it in and make it whatever it means. And of course, you can talk about all those things as far as what would it be like to be a princess or a king or a queen, and what identity issues. Like, there's so much you could do with this. You could work on that with self-esteem issues, all sorts of stuff. Dino Tail. These are so cute. And I have a lot of kids who like to pretend to be dinosaurs. So this one could definitely come in handy. And I also have a whole post about all sorts of different dinosaur ideas. So if you have some dino loving kids, be sure to check out that article as well. All right, this one is paper hats. So they could just put on different hats to show different characters, different animals, all sorts of things. I mean, this one has a lot of really creative ideas of how to create these hats. But think about putting on hats as being different roles that we play, right? So there's so many ways that you could take this in a creative way to process, like, what is it like being a son? What is it like being a brother? What is it like being a friend, a student? The different roles that kids play and different expectations that are placed on them, different things that they've got to do. There's so many different ways that you could do this. This one is a tornado costume and it's a no-sew, and it's it's just really kind of cool. And speaking of this one, I just put out an article recently about different weather related events that can happen and like creative interventions. And so this one would be good if you have kids who are really stressed out about tornadoes. Be sure to check out that other post. This one is a no-sew rainbow and rain cloud costume. And then emoji costume. Now, this one looks kind of easy. It would be a fun way to, like, if you had several different emoji costumes where they could just put on the different feeling that they're experiencing that day, and it might be a good emotional check-in that you could do at the beginning of your sessions. There's a lot of ways you can use emojis to communicate and play therapy. This one is paper bag costumes. Paper bags can be used to create all sorts of things, but this one is super cute. So it might be a way to use up those paper bags that you have not gotten rid of yet. And the sky's the limit as far as how you want to decorate them. There's a lot that you could do with these. This one is near and dear to my heart. So it is inside out dress up costumes. Now they put a lot more work into these of making these pretty special. But I have a whole blog post about how to use inside out characters in play therapy as well. So lots of brilliant ideas that people have come up with for how to do that. And there's some free printables. So be sure to check that one out as well. And that's the last one. So don't forget to check out some of our other posts. So this one at the bottom of this page, and I'll have a link to this page under the video if you're watching this on YouTube or something. But I've got links to all of these other posts that I have of creative interventions for dinosaurs, Legos, Play-Doh, dolls, cars, puppets, all sorts of stuff. If you're looking for creative ideas, I've got a bunch of them to share with you. So be sure to check it out at pathways to peace counseling.com.